Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here on Forza Horizon 2 with another rally car build, or sort of rally truck build. In this case, to be honest, yes, I have got the Shelby Raptor because it is about the biggest vehicle imaginable in this game. It's ridiculous. Look at the size of this damn thing. It's huge, huge, great big truck that I don't quite know what to expect from it. Maybe it'll be... I didn't expect the Bentley to go right near the top of the table, so maybe the Raptor can be quick. I imagine it's going to be quite unmanoeuvrable, if that's a measurement, and it certainly is a measurement now. Yeah, it's not going to be the nicest handling of vehicles, but who knows? Who knows? I've been surprised by vehicles before, so maybe this one can do that. Now, the rules for this series. The vehicles must be fitted with the Storm Island rally tyres. This one looks like it's almost got them as standard. There we go. I think they look much smaller than the standard bloody tyres, but we're going for these, as this is the same for every vehicle. They've got to have the Storm Island Rally gearbox and the rally suspension. So we're going to have short gear ratios, which is good, because I mean the track we're driving them on is a fairly short one, and we're going to have big beefy off-road suspension, so it should survive the bumps. Not that it's really making any bloody difference, son. It's the standard. It comes with some fairly beefy suspension then. Yeah, in fact you can see it in there. It's all shiny and blue. We're going for these. Not that it really seems to make any difference to the vehicle. I love how you just can't see. It doesn't fit all of the vehicle in the picture. Brakes. Yes, we're going for these because we're going to need to slow the damn thing down. Weight reduction. Yes, we're going for this because it's quite heavy to start with. It's going to be by far the heaviest thing. I think the Bentley was 3,900. Oh no, the mini monster thing was like 4,400. This is only 400 pounds heavier than the mini, and this is twice the size of it. Okay. Right, we're on for that. While I think about it, do we have any cool parts on here? 'Cause sometimes you do get some interesting parts on these. Oh yes, we can have rally lights on the front. Apparently them ones are better than them ones. For reasons of... I can't figure it out. Do the lines really add that much weight? We're going for these, because these are apparently super light. The hell? What have we got at the back? Got anything interesting? Oh, we can have... No things at the... Oh, we can have a completely... sure, we'll go with these. Just, whoopsie. Let me press A. We'll go for that, because it looks cooler. What have we got at the back? No, we'll stick with the normal one, and side skirts we can remove them basically. How much weight is that? So that saves off a lot of weight. Sure, we'll go for that. We'll go for all the weight saving basically. Okay, tyre widths. Are we going to want some big? We can't have any bigger tyres apparently. That's it. They're the tyres we're getting. They don't look. I mean, okay, so the whole vehicle overall is huge. They don't look as wide as I would like really, for a many horsepower truck by the time we're finished with this. What have we got in the way of engines then? We can have, well, that's the Shelby GT500 engine. Might as well keep the standard one, to be honest. We'll see what power we can get out of it anyway. With the standard engine, it should be more than enough to reach the top of S1. I'm going for handling parts definitely on here. We'll stick on the anti-roll bars. We'll stick in a roll cage as well. Might as well. It's going to be a heavy car, but this should improve the... It's supposed to improve the handling by having a roll cage, stiffen up the chassis of the car. Not sure if that's actually a good idea on this vehicle. It adds so much weight, and since we're not circuit racing, I'm actually not going to bother with that. Okay, on to the engine. What sort of power are we going to get out of this thing? Quite a lot. It doesn't even... Just looking at this... Oh, there we go. This is going to be by far the most powerful thing. By absolutely miles. I think the Bentley is the most powerful we've had so far, with 680 horsepower. This is going to be up towards the 1,000 horsepower mark. Almost. Maybe not quite. We might get into the 900s. That is a lot of power. Okay, there is a lot of weight to shift around, but that is a hell of a lot of power in this thing. I'm slightly scared of my truck, I'll be honest with you. I mean, power to weight ratio may not be quite as impressive as some vehicles, but God, this is going to be a monster to try and control, I fear. I'm still not so sure I'm going to be surprised by this vehicle anymore. I might be surprised when I'm not dead by the end of driving it, if that counts. 943 horsepower in the Raptor, and I believe that's all of the parts, all of the engine parts added on. Well, we might as well just add on these then. Ooh, that chucked off a load of weight. We'll make it up to the top of S1 class with the final few additions. We'll stick in a differential, may as well. It doesn't affect the PI. We're going to stick in, how much do these chuck off? £36. There we go, we'll have that on there. It's going on a bit of a diet here. Not quite enough of a diet, mind. And we can have a clutch in as well. Okay, 943 horsepower, is ridiculous. In an S1 car. Now, handling is the big concern, of course. With this vehicle, it is the humongous concern on this. If it doesn't handle too badly, this could be quite quick. Or it could be utterly terrible. That is also a possibility. Well, there's one way to find out. Let's go and drive this around our off-road track and try not to be too terrified of the damn thing. It's going to be interesting. That is for sure. It is going to be an interesting one to drive. Let's go. We go to the Forest Brawl race circuit, where I've got the 5 laps to set as fast a lap time as possible. And I have no idea what to expect from this at all. Absolutely none. It could be kind of decent. I'm not expecting it to beat the Delta. I'm not expecting it to beat the Bentley. It could go anywhere else, though. If it doesn't handle too badly with this much power, I mean, it's only a few £100 lighter than the Mini, and it has 900 horsepower as opposed to 600 or something like that. This could be very, very quick in some ways. Of course, it is the handling through the corners with such a huge truck that is a concern. We shall find out. Turn 1, how do we fare? Actually not that bad. We made it around turn 1. We're not going to make it around turn 2 at that sort of speed. We made it around turn 1 quite decent, and then up here, it's not that bad. In all honesty, it's got grip. As well as much. I mean, we're racing off-road, so of course the vehicles are going to slide. Woo, that was an interesting landing. Yeah, racing off-road, vehicles are going to slide. There is nothing you can do. You can't stop them sliding. As much as I don't want oversteer, you're going to slide around on dirt because you just don't have as much grip. However, this is driving very, very well. I mean, the Mini we had slid absolutely everywhere. There was very little in the way of grip on that car. This, I'm flooring it out of these corners, and it's fine. No issues in the Raptor. Ooh, okay, we're a little bit scary across the jumps, I will be honest. How do we do for straight line speed in this thing? Well, I mean, again, we're up to the 130 mile an hour mark. No, it's not as quick as some. I think we had 140 from a couple of the cars here. But this is a 4,700 truck. We're going towards the wall. But it's holding on remarkably. This is very good for what it. This is not what I expected really from the Raptor. Oh dear, we're slightly. Oh, it's fine. Oh god, it bounces up on the landing, something crazy. But it is. Ooh, okay. Again, the landing. I think because we've got such high soft suspension, it does kind of. Yeah, it bounces on the landings, which is okay. I mean, it absorbs the impact, but it kind of then transfers the car back up into the air, which is kind of scary. But round a couple of them corners, the corner that I was having troubles with the Delta, being flat out through, I could just about be flat out. If I got the line correct before the corner, I would have no fear being flat out in this. Oh dear, we're going to have a roll. Ooh. Ah. Okay, the jump is a little bit of a concern if it's doing that. That's not what we want, but I genuinely think this could really upset the leaderboard, perhaps, if I can get a clean lap without it doing a silly thing there. Oh god, I may have outbraked myself. No, I haven't. Okay. I'm really surprised by this truck. Really surprised. The fact that this is nicer to drive than a Delta S4. It has enough speed to be competitive. The brakes are nice. It has good grip through the corners. It's just that big jump. Can we? We can't. I mean, we can be really quick through there. Oh, nope. Don't go over that way. I don't want to visit them trees. Not at this moment in time. That's not where we should be going. Truck. God damn it. Yeah, the bounciness on the bumps is a kind of a problem with this, especially when there's so much weight moving around, just so much vehicle moving around in general. That is a concern. Now, how on earth is it best to take this jump? Is it better to take it this side? Kind of in the middle, maybe? No, middle bad. Middle very bad indeed. We don't want to go up the middle of that jump. Okay, that's how we roll the truck. Okay. Let's be careful then. Up towards the first corner. I'm really amazed by the brakes on this thing. That gets slowed down. Okay, it's not the... Ooh, okay, it's quite wide. It is quite a wide truck. Uh-oh, I'm going to have one lap to do a good one in. So, okay. Yeah, okay, it's maybe 10 miles an hour slower than some of the cars, but it's such a heavy vehicle, and yet it still gets stopped really well into that first corner. This has been full of surprises, this truck. Oh, good God, it gets so much airtime. No, behave yourself down there. If we could not get so much airtime, we could probably be flat out through that corner. I reckon it could do it. Certainly safer in some respects than the Delta that we had last time. But it just bounces about a bit too much on these jumps. Now, what are we going to do about this jump coming up here? What can I do? I'm going to have to try and stick to the left, I think. Might be a better way of doing things, possibly. We're tipping over a little bit, but it's okay. Right. Obstacle 1 passed as we come on to this final flying lap. There's so much bloody airtime. Let's slow it down into the first corner. Yeah, it's so good on the brakes. I'm really impressed with that. That's incredible. I want these brakes on all vehicles from now on because they are flipping good. Right, around here we get a big slide mid-corner that I didn't really want. Amazingly, we're not that far. Actually, that might have been quite a good thing that I had a slide through that corner, as it meant I was slower over that jump, and now we can push the truck through the rest of the course. We didn't get such a bouncy landing from that one. Right, we're going to take a break through there. I could probably take that corner a little bit quicker, ideally. And then it's a couple of gears down here. The rally gearbox actually given this vehicle a bit longer gears than some of the others, I think. Oh, I think we've got a cone stuck under a wheel for a little bit there. Stick to the left. We're toppling over forwards a little bit with the Raptor, but it's across the line in a 1 minute 2.4. That is mighty impressive from the Shelby Raptor. That is not what I expected at all from this vehicle. Okay, it does not fly on that big jump. It does fly a bit nose down. If it didn't do that, I definitely think we could be going a little bit faster. Bit bouncy on the landings as well are a concern. Certainly for the bigger jumps, that bouncing around can cause problems. However, despite it being so heavy and such a large vehicle, it goes mid-table. It goes quicker than the Toyota Celica. It's not that far off a Mitsubishi Galant. 900 horsepower truck is fairly agile around this track. That's not what I expected from it. Surprisingly good. Shelby Raptor. Yeah, it probably wouldn't be my rally vehicle of choice. I would still probably have the Galant for ease of use. But this puts up a decent fight. It does put up a decent fight. It could be flat out through corners that scared the Lancia. Maybe not quite as quick over the course of a lap, but that's how much grip it has on the off-roading stuff. Very impressive from this vehicle. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.